The very basic concept to solve a network having different kind of sources is superposition theorem. This is used when an electrical circuit is having different kind of sources. Different kind of sources means circuit may have one voltage source and one current source. Suppose this one is a voltage source Vs and this one is a current source Is, and there may be different frequencies for different sources. This is the biggest advantage of this principle. Then if sources are having different frequencies, then also we can use this principle to solve the network. While in all other cases like Norton, Thevenin and maximum power transfer, all the sources must have same frequencies. So if this resistance is R1, this resistance is R2 and this resistance is R3, and we need to calculate current through this resistance R3, say current I, then what we do is once we use voltage source and deactivate current source, and then secondly we use current source and deactivate a voltage source. If we use voltage source only, then network or circuit will be like this. Means if voltage source only is used, then current source is deactivated, and the deactivation means of current source means replace this current source by open circuit. Why this open circuit? Because this current source is having infinite internal resistance. So in actual, while we use one source, other sources are replaced by their internal resistances. So here current source is replaced by its internal resistance. As internal resistance of current source is infinite, means we make the circuit open at the place of current source. And suppose this voltage source Vs supply current I dash in resistance R3. So we will calculate I dash current through R3 due to voltage source only, and as per the sign convention that will be downward through R3. In next step we'll use current source only and we will deactivate voltage source. So voltage source deactivation means by replacing voltage source by a short circuit. Why it is replaced by short circuit? Because voltage source is having zero internal resistance, ideally zero internal resistance, and zero internal resistance means short circuit. So now this current Is will pass through resistance R2, and at this point this Is will distribute through R1 and R3, and let the current through R3 now is I double dash. So this I double dash will be calculated like I double dash is equal to Is into R1 upon R1 plus R3. This is current distribution law for two parallel circuits for two parallel branches. Now we'll have I dash due to Vs and I double dash due to Is, and the total current through this R3 will be I is equal to I dash plus I double dash, means algebraic sum of the currents due to separate sources. So I dash here is the current due to voltage source only, and I double dash is the current due to current source only. So like this we can calculate current supplied by many sources in a single branch while the sources are of different type.